their colors holding conversations softer than they seemed. Inside a narrow coffee shop, the record slowly turned, each velvet note reminding me how quietly hearts learn. A candle leaned against the glass, its golden spirit small, yet somehow it was brighter than the neon down the hall. I carried folded envelopes tied gently with blue thread, letters never mailed to all the words I never said. Not because I feared the truth or wished to hide away, but some emotions bloom more fully when they choose to stay. The sky keeps every swallow, though none remain for long. Perhaps that's how remembering becomes another song. These are the letters never sent to spring, full of little mercies every season brings. I wrote your name in morning light, then let it fade like dew, because love can still be beautiful without belonging to you. Every blossom knows the wind will call it home someday. Still it opens to the sun without asking it to stay. So I'll leave these pages where the wildflowers sing, like quiet prayers addressed to spring. Across the street a tailor closed the curtains for the night, his window filled with linen glowing amber in the light. An old street musician polished fingerprints from brass and smiled into the evening as the final commuters passed. No audience applauded, no spotlight crowned the square, yet every gentle melody found someone waiting there. I thought about the smallest things that rescued weary days, fresh bread wrapped in paper, the scent of cedar frames, the hush before the bookstore turns its sign from open down. The moon reflected softly in the sleeping edge of town. Maybe grace is stitched together out of moments no one sees, tiny acts of quiet courage carried gently on the breeze. Not every dream needs reaching, not every star must fall. Some hopes become the lanterns that quietly guide us all. These are the letters never sent to spring, each page unfolding like a robin's wing. The words I never whispered found another way to bloom, floating through the open window of an ordinary room. Every season leaves a blessing dressed in different skies, hidden in familiar streets and strangers' kindest eyes. So if tomorrow changes everything, I'll still believe in spring. There was a morning by the river when I finally stopped asking time to turn around. The water never hurried, never argued with the stones, only carried every reflection toward a place beyond my sight. That's when I understood healing isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with fireworks or grand declarations. It slips into your life like warm piano chords beneath quiet conversation, like the first deep breath after weeks of rain, like forgiving yourself for growing into someone new. If I ever loved you, sugar stirred into another stranger's cup, and every song that asks for nothing except a peaceful heart. These are the letters never sent to spring. Now they're carried by the swallows as they sing. Every unwritten goodbye has turned into a seed, growing silent gardens where forgotten spirits breathe. I'll wear tomorrow lightly like the sunlight after rain, knowing every ending whispers life begins again. If kindness is the only gift I bring, then let it blossom into spring. Soon the sky will trade its silver for a tender shade of blue. The city will awaken to familiar avenues. Someone will unlock a cafe, someone else will tune a string, someone will smile without remembering the reason why. And somewhere beyond the windows, dressed in morning light, the letters I never sent will become blossoms carried by the wind, not asking to be answered, only grateful they learned how to bloom. The final train arrived beneath the ceiling made of stars. Its windows caught the skyline like a necklace made of sparks. The platform smelled of cedar, coffee, iron, and the rain. 1,000 little memories drifting softly through the lane. Someone closed a suitcase with a quiet, careful smile. Someone waved without believing it would only be a while. I held a paper ticket folded warm inside my hand, not knowing every journey changes more than any plan. The station lights were golden on the polished marble floor, painting gentle constellations where strangers walked before. No orchestra was waiting, no applause filled the air, only footsteps finding rhythm in the silence we all share. Every road keeps singing long after wheels have gone. Every heart keeps beating to an unfinished song. Meet me in the hush between departures, where the night forgets to count the time. We'll borrow one more moonlit conversation, like two slow glasses of forgotten wine. If tomorrow calls us into different skies, let tonight be gentle, honest, and enough. Some souls are never meant to stay forever, yet they leave us beautifully in love. The woman at the newsstand stacked the magazines with grace, like every ordinary movement had its own unhurried place. A little child was laughing at reflections in the glass, trying to catch the silver lights each passing rail car cast. Far away a saxophone, escaped an open lounge, wrapping every lonely traveler in velvet amber sounds. I realized that healing often wears familiar clothes, a warm coat in December, a friend who simply knows. Not every miracle announces its arrival with a flame. Sometimes it softly whispers through a stranger's spoken name. The sky doesn't remember which cloud first brought the rain. Still every dawn awakens without holding yesterday. Meet me in the hush between departures, where every echo learns a kinder tune. We'll watch the city breathing through the station, beneath the slow compassion of the moon. I won't ask tomorrow not to find us, or beg the stars to pause above our view. Every beautiful hello deserves its ending, when the ending has been beautiful too. Once I believed that love had to become forever to mean anything at all, then life unfolded differently. A borrowed umbrella in an unexpected storm, fresh cinnamon drifting from a bakery at dawn. The woman who remembered my usual coffee, the old pianist playing for only 3 listeners, the stranger who smiled as if my weary heart had always belonged in this city. Those moments never asked to stay, they simply arrived, changed the shape of the evening, and disappeared like music still floating long after the final chord. Since then, I've measured happiness by quiet abundance, the softness of light across a wooden table, the patience of rain against old windows, the courage to love without possession, and the peace of letting gratitude become its own destination. Meet me in the hush between departures, where every farewell carries hidden grace. We'll leave behind no promises impossible to keep, only warmth that time can never erase. If another lonely traveler hears this melody, may it rest upon their shoulders like the rain. For every heart that learns to open gently will never truly journey home in vain. The last train disappeared beyond the sleeping river, its distant lights dissolving into shades of blue. Morning slowly gathered in the windows of the station, touching every bench with quiet golden dew. I folded up my ticket and placed it in my pocket, not as proof of where I'd been, but as a small reminder that sometimes the loveliest destinations are the hearts we become along the way. The final train arrived beneath a ceiling made of stars. Its windows caught the skyline like a necklace made of sparks. The rooftops wear a silver veil, where evening gently sleeps. Each chimney keeps a quiet vow, the restless skyline keeps. A little garden waits for me above the crowded streets, where rosemary and jasmine turn the air to something sweet. Clay pots gather raindrops like forgotten crystal bowls, reflecting tiny galaxies, too patient to be told. I brush the water from the leaves with slow and careful hands, watching every trembling pearl obey no hurried plans. Below, the traffic fades into a velvet-hearted hum, while somewhere down the avenue a lonely saxophone has begun. Flowers never wonder if tomorrow brings the sun. They simply greet the morning, one quiet bloom at a time. After the rain, the garden remembers, every drop becoming light again. Nothing asks the sky for forever, still it opens without fear of the end. So I'll grow like ivy on old stone walls, soft enough to bend, strong enough to climb. If peace has always worn a simple face, maybe it was waiting here the whole time. A weathered watering can leans beside a painted chair, its faded blue still beautiful beneath the cooling air. The mint begins to perfume every corner of the night, while lavender is gathering the last remains of light. Across the neighboring rooftop, someone tunes an old guitar, not searching for perfection, only following the stars. An elderly woman hangs white linen in the breeze, each careful fold a lesson in unspoken dignity. A cat curls near the flower beds without a single care, as though contentment has always known this quiet little square. The city keeps on glowing far below my tiny world, yet nothing shines more gently than one blossom newly curled. The moon never rushes to brighten every hill, its grace is in arriving softly and standing still. After the rain, the garden remembers how every season teaches roots to stay. The wind may borrow all the fragile petals, yet kindness always finds another way. I'll plant tomorrow in the smallest moments, one hopeful seed beneath the evening blue. Perhaps the life I've been searching for has quietly been growing through. There were years I measured life by doors that never opened, by names that slowly disappeared from holiday cards, by dreams that looked so beautiful from far away. But the earth beneath my fingertips never asked who I used to be. It welcomed every broken piece without a single question. A seed doesn't become a blossom by remembering winter. It becomes a blossom by trusting light it cannot yet see. Now every evening teaches teaches me that growth is almost silent. The strongest roots never announce themselves. They simply hold through rain, through seasons, through time. After the rain, the garden remembers every goodbye, becoming living green. The smallest leaf still reaches for tomorrow, no matter how long the night has been. I'll leave these flowers for another traveler, someone searching for a peaceful view. If they carry home one quiet moment, then every blossom has been true. The rooftops catch the first pale colors of the dawn, turning ordinary mornings into something softly new. I'll keep believing gentle things can change a life. One careful breath, one leaf, one bloom at a time. The city slowly wakes beneath the singing sparrows. Windows open to the scent of earth and rain. I gather empty pots, fold away my garden gloves, and pause before walking back downstairs. A little garden waits for me above the crowded streets, where rosemary and jasmine turn the air to something sweet. Clay pots gather raindrops like forgotten crystal bowls, reflecting tiny galaxies, too patient to be told. I brush the water from the leaves with slow and careful hands, watching every trembling pearl obey no hurried plans. Below, the traffic fades into a velvet-hearted hum, while somewhere rain trace silver stories on the quiet avenue, while little cafés folded chairs beneath the fading blue. I carried home the scent of roasted beans and cedar air, like someone left a gentle thought that still was waiting there. The piano down the hallway wandered softly through the night, each fragile note becoming one more small, forgiving light. I watched the city breathe instead of asking it for more, as if each passing stranger knew what silence could be for. Some hearts don't break with thunder, they loosen like the tide. They leave without a single word, yet somehow stay inside. If your light is still behind that window, I won't knock, I only hope it glows. Love is not the hand that always reaches. Sometimes it's the warmth somebody knows. Through the midnight trains and sleepy skylines, past the echoes only dreamers hear, I'll keep walking with your quiet kindness, like a melody that never disappeared. An old umbrella leaned beside an empty wooden chair, holding all the conversations lingering in the air. A waitress hummed a tune that no one thought to write back down. Still it wrapped the room in velvet, softer than the town. Every steaming cup became a little rising prayer for weary souls pretending they had left no sorrow there. Outside, reflections drifted slowly over rain-worn stone, teaching me that lonely isn't always being alone. The moon has patient fingers, it smooths the edges thin. Not every wound needs closing, some become the way light enters in. If your light is still behind that window, I won't ask the evening where you've gone. Some goodbyes become the sweetest lanterns, guiding tired travelers toward the dawn. Every memory pours like quiet coffee, slow enough to warm forgotten years. I still hear your laughter in the distance, floating gently through the sleeping air. There was never one forever moment, only thousands far too small to see. The glance above a porcelain teacup, the borrowed coat, the whispered honesty. Maybe love survives in ordinary places, folded neatly in the corners of the day, demanding to be chosen, only grateful it was ever given away. If your light is still behind that window, let it shine for someone passing by. Every soul is searching for a harbor underneath the same forgiving sky. I'll become another quiet traveler, leaving only footprints in the rain, carrying your grace like gentle jazz notes, floating through the evening once again. When the morning gathers every shadow, nothing asks the stars where they have been. They simply fade into another story. Certain light will find the world again. And if we meet where silence turns to music, neither one of us will need to speak. Some hearts are remembered not by holding on, but by the peace they leave for those who keep. Traced silver stories on the quiet avenue, while little cafes folded chairs beneath the fading blue. I carried home the scent of roasted beans and cedar air, like someone left a gentle thought that still was waiting there. The piano down the hallway wanders softly through the night, each fragile note becoming one more small, forgiving light. I watch the city breathe instead of asking it for more, as if each passing stranger knew what silence could be for. Some hearts don't break with thunder, they lose. On the 7th floor, the curtains breathe with every restless tide. A vintage lamp spills honey where the moonlight cannot hide. The hallway wears the perfume of old cedar and champagne, while velvet footsteps disappear like whispers after rain. Below, the harbor sparkles in 1,000 trembling lines, each reflection stitching silver through the edges of the night. I open up my notebook, though no destination waits, only empty pages listening with unassuming grace. The piano from the lobby drifts upward through the air, a melody so gentle it untangles silent prayers. The ocean keeps on breathing, as if nothing needs to prove that every restless heart already knows the way to move. Some nights become a mirror, some become the sea. One shows the world around us, one reveals who we can be. The ocean knows my quiet name, even when I never say it loud. It gathers every scattered dream from underneath the passing clouds. I don't need the waves to carry me, only teach my heart their patient art, how to leave the shore with open hands and still return without a broken heart. The bartender is polishing forgotten crystal glasses, humming old jazz standards as another evening passes. A traveler folds a postcard with no address to receive, then smiles into the silence like someone learning to believe. The elevator opens with a soft, familiar chime, carrying little stories between different lives and times. A chambermaid arranges white carnations in a vase, turning ordinary corners into sanctuaries of grace. She never speaks a word to me, yet somehow I can tell she understands the language where quiet spirits dwell. Outside, the lighthouse circles through the mist with steady light, never asking who is watching from the shoreline of the night. The moon keeps every secret without demanding why. Perhaps that's why forgiveness looks so peaceful in the sky. The ocean knows my quiet name long before I learned it for myself. It never asked me to be stronger, only truer than I'd ever felt. Every wave releasing something old, every breeze invites another start. Maybe home is not a place we find, but the rhythm of an open heart. I spent so many evenings trying to become unforgettable, chasing brighter lights, louder rooms, conversations that vanished before sunrise. promises dressed in beautiful words, yet none of them remained. Then one ordinary night, a cup of chamomile cooling beside the window, a saxophone rising gently from the hotel lounge, the scent of salt carried through an open balcony, and a notebook filled with unfinished thoughts. Everything became enough. I finally understood that peace never arrives wearing diamonds. It comes dressed as warm lamplight, as rain tapping softly on old glass, as breathing slowly while the sea repeats the oldest lullaby on earth. Since then, I've stopped asking life to become extraordinary. I've started noticing how extraordinary the ordinary has always been. The ocean knows my quiet name and sings it back in shades of blue. Every tide erases yesterday without erasing what is true. If tomorrow brings another shore, I'll greet it with an hurried grace, for every gentle wave has taught my soul there's nothing lost that love cannot replace. I'll leave these windows open to the dawn. Let seabirds write their circles through the sky. The world is wide, but somehow feels familiar when kindness is the compass of the night. Morning slips across the water in pale gold and pearl. The lobby fills with sleepy voices and fresh brewed coffee once again. Someone wheels a suitcase toward another destination. Someone opens every window to welcome in the breeze. I close my notebook without finishing the final page. Some stories are more beautiful because the ocean continues writing them long after I walk away. There's a tiny garden hidden past the corner cafe door, where ivy climbs the old brick walls like stories told before. The evening pours in lavender across the weathered stone, and every blossom seems to bloom without a need to be known. I trace the rim of my porcelain cup with slow and careful hands, listening to distant laughter drift like soft forgotten bands. The breeze turns faded pages of a novel left behind, as if the night is reading every chapter of my mind. A violin from somewhere far dissolves into the air, while candles paint the wooden tables with a patient golden flare. I smile at passing strangers who don't ask where I've been, because some kindness needs no history to quietly begin. The stars arrive unnoticed, one gentle light at a time. So does every healing heart, learning a different rhyme. When the lavender evening falls and the city answers in whispers instead of calls, I'll gather every quiet piece of who I've come to be, like petals drifting slowly to the waiting sea. No grand farewell, no desperate goodbye, only soft reflections underneath the sky. If tomorrow finds another road to roam, may my painter folds his easel as the daylight slips away, leaving traces of blue horizons no sunrise could repay. The bakery closes gently with the scent of sugared bread, while sleepy windows cradle dreams above each resting head. A little bell above a shop sings once before the lock, keeping perfect company with an old cathedral clock. Every ordinary moment wears an unseen crown tonight. The smallest acts of tenderness become their own small light. Perhaps forever isn't built from promises we keep, but from the quiet memories that linger while we sleep. The wind collects our stories without a single sound, and lays them in tomorrow like leaves upon the ground. When the lavender evening falls, I hear forgotten hope beyond the garden walls. The moon becomes a handwritten note upon the sky, reminding every dream it still has room to fly. Love doesn't always ask to stay. Sometimes it simply lights another way. Every gentle goodbye I've ever known has quietly become another home. I once believed that happiness lived only in the moments I could hold. But rivers never keep the same reflection, and autumn never apologizes for its gold. Now I understand the language of small mercy, steam rising from a fresh cup after rain, the slow embrace of velvet midnight, the echo of a saxophone through narrow lanes, a stranger holding open one old wooden door, the courage to smile without needing more. These are the treasures no season can erase, tiny constellations stitched inside the soul. Even the silence has learned to sing, and every unanswered question has become another place to grow. When the lavender evening falls, I'll follow where the quiet melody gently calls, past blooming vines and softly glowing street lamps bright, toward a dawn that's waiting just beyond the night. Every fragile hope I almost left behind now blooms like wildflowers inside my mind. If the world keeps turning slow and true, I'll leave a little more kindness than I knew. Morning gathers carefully behind the silver hills, while empty cafe chairs remember evening still. The flowers bow beneath the early light, neither morning darkness nor fearing daylight. I breathe the first warm breeze and close my eyes, knowing peace was never something far away to find. It had been growing quietly beside me all along, like the last gentle note of an old jazz song. I found a little bookstore on a quiet corner street, where faded pages carried voices time refused to keep. A record softly wandered through the amber-colored room, like every note remembered how to make the silence bloom. Outside the windows, winter breathed across the the sleeping glass, while strangers wore their stories like reflections drifting past. I wrapped both hands around a cup that warmed more than my skin, as if forgotten seasons still could welcome me back in. No one saw the moment, nothing grand was said. Hope arrived as softly as a feather on the wind. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, in that fragile hour between goodbye and bloom, where every weary heart can finally exhale, and broken dreams become another sail. If love is only borrowed for a while, then let it leave its kindness in my smile. I don't need forever to believe it's true. One quiet dawn was beautiful with you. The saxophone was speaking where no language ever could, turning every hidden ache into something understood. Each table held a universe of untold afternoons, with coffee rings like tiny maps beneath the silver moon. A woman read a letter folded thin from years before. She smiled the way old lighthouses still shine upon the shore. I realized healing seldom enters through a door. It settles like soft snowfall on the soul forevermore. The night forgives and whispers, never asking why. It simply paints tomorrow across an ordinary sky. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, where sleepy stars surrender far too soon. We'll gather little mercies one by one, like golden threads beneath the waking sun. If every ending teaches hearts to bend, perhaps that's how beginnings learn to mend. Every quiet breath becomes a brand new view, somewhere between the light and loving you. There are songs no stage could ever hold, tiny hymns, the empty sidewalks know. In every window someone keeps a candle, not to chase the dark away, but simply so another soul will know they're not alone. Maybe grace has always sounded like footsteps slowing in the rain, or laughter carried gently through an almost empty train. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, where yesterday dissolves without a wound. Every passing season finds its place, hidden gently in another face. The world keeps turning softer than it seems, cradling every unfinished dream. I'll carry every quiet light I knew, until the dawn remembers me with you. When the last cafe is sweeping up the evening, and the sky unfolds its pale blue afterglow, I'll leave behind no promise carved in marble, only kindness in the places that I go. Should another lonely travel find this silence, may these scattered melodies become their room. Some hearts are never measured by their echoes, only by the peace they leave beneath the moon. The rain had long surrendered to a mist of pearl and gray, leaving little rivers on the sidewalks of Broadway. I wandered past the florist where unopened roses dream, their colors holding conversations softer than they seemed. Inside a narrow coffee shop, the records slowly turned, each velvet note reminding me how quietly hearts learn. A candle leaned against the glass, its golden spirit small, yet somehow it was brighter than the neon down the hall. I carried folded envelopes tied gently with blue thread, letters never mailed to all the words I never said. Not because I feared the truth or wished to hide away, but some emotions bloom more fully when they choose to stay. The sky keeps every swallow, though none remain for long. Perhaps that's how remembering becomes another song. These are the letters never sent to spring, full of little mercies every season brings. I wrote your name in morning light, then let it fade like dew, because love can still be beautiful without belonging to you. Every blossom knows the wind will call it home someday, still it opens to the sun without asking it to stay. So I'll leave these pages where the wildflowers sing, like quiet prayers addressed to spring. Across the street a tailor closed the curtains for the night, his window filled with linen glowing amber in the light. An old street musician polished fingerprints from brass, then smiled into the evening as the final commuters passed. No audience applauded, no spotlight crowned the square, yet every gentle melody found someone waiting there. About the smallest things that rescued weary days, fresh bread wrapped in paper, the scent of cedar frames, the hush before the bookstore turns its sign from open down. The moon reflected softly in the sleeping edge of town. Maybe grace is stitched together out of moments no one sees, tiny acts of quiet courage carried gently on the breeze. Not every dream needs reaching, not every star must fall. Some hopes become the lanterns that quietly guide us all. These are the letters never sent to spring, each page unfolding like a robin's wing. The words I never whispered found another way to bloom, floating through the open window of an ordinary room. Every season leaves a blessing dressed in different skies, hidden in familiar streets and strangest kindest skies. So if tomorrow changes everything, I'll still believe in spring. was a morning by the river when I finally stopped asking time to turn around. The water never hurried, never argued with the stones, only carried every reflection toward a place beyond my sight. That's when I understood healing isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with fireworks or grand declarations. It slips into your life like warm piano chords beneath quiet conversation, like the first deep breath after weeks of rain, like forgiving yourself for growing into someone new. If I ever loved you, let that love become generous. Let it live in open windows and borrowed books returned with care, and extra sugar stirred into another stranger's cup, and every song that asks for nothing except a peaceful heart. These are the letters never sent to spring. Now they're carried by the swallows as they sing. Every unwritten goodbye has turned into a seed, growing silent gardens where forgotten spirits breathe. I'll wear tomorrow lightly like the sunlight after rain, knowing every ending whispers life begins again. If kindness is the only gift I bring, then let it blossom into spring. Soon the sky will trade its silver for a tender shade of blue. The city will awaken to familiar avenues. Someone will unlock a cafe, someone else will tune a string. Someone will smile without remembering the reason why. And somewhere beyond the windows, dressed in morning light, the letters I never sent will become blossoms carried by the wind, not asking to be answered, only grateful they learned how to bloom. Train arrived beneath a ceiling made of stars. Its windows caught the skyline like a necklace made of sparks. The platform smelled of cedar, coffee, iron, and the rain. 1,000 little memories drifting softly through the lane. Someone closed a suitcase with a quiet, careful smile. Someone waved without believing it would only be a while. I held a paper ticket folded warm inside my hand, not knowing every journey changes more than any plan. The station lights were golden on the polished marble floor, painting gentle constellations where strangers walked before. No orchestra was waiting, no applause filled the air, only footsteps finding rhythm in the silence we all shared. Every road keeps singing long after wheels have gone. Every heart keeps beating to an unfinished song. two slow glasses of forgotten wine. If tomorrow calls us into different skies, let tonight be gentle, honest, and enough. Some souls are never meant to stay forever, yet they leave us beautifully in love. The woman at the newsstand stacked the magazines with grace. Like every ordinary movement had its own unhurried place. A little child was laughing at reflections in the glass, trying to catch the silver lights each passing rail car cast. Far away, a saxophone escaped an open lounge, wrapping every lonely traveler in velvet amber sounds. I realized that healing often wears familiar clothes, a warm coat in December, a friend who simply knows. Not every miracle announces its arrival with a flame. Sometimes it softly whispers through a stranger's spoken name. The sky doesn't remember which cloud first brought the rain. Still every dawn awakens without holding yesterday. Meet me in the hush between departures, where every echo learns a kinder tune. We'll watch the city breathing through the station, beneath the slow compassion of the moon. I won't ask tomorrow not to find us, or beg the stars to pause above our view. Every beautiful hello deserves its ending, when the ending has been beautiful too. Once I believed that love had to become forever to mean anything at all, then life unfolded differently. A barred umbrella in an unexpected storm, fresh cinnamon drifting from a bakery at dawn. The woman who remembered my usual coffee, the old pianist playing for only 3 listeners, the stranger who smiled as if my weary heart had always belonged in this city. Those moments never asked to stay, they simply arrived, changed the shape of the evening, and disappeared like music, still floating long after the final chord. Since then I've measured happiness by quiet abundance, the softness of light across a wooden table, the patience of rain against old windows, the courage to love without possession, and the peace of letting gratitude become its own destination. Meet me in the hush between departures, where every farewell carries hidden grace. We'll leave behind no promises impossible to keep, only warmth that time can never erase. If another lonely traveler hears this melody, may it rest upon their shoulders like the rain. For every heart that learns to open gently will never truly journey home in vain. The last train disappeared beyond the sleeping river, its distant lights dissolving into shades of blue. Morning slowly gathered in the windows of the station, touching every bench with quiet golden new. I folded up my ticket, placed it in my pocket, not as proof of where I've been, destinations are the hearts we become along the way. Rooftops wear a silver veil where evening gently sleeps. Each chimney keeps a quiet vow the restless skyline keeps. A little garden waits for me above the crowded streets, where rosemary and jasmine turn the air to something sweet. Clay pots gather raindrops like forgotten crystal bowls, reflecting tiny galaxies too patient to be told. I brush the water from the leaves with slow and careful hands, watching every trembling pearl obey no hurried plans. Below, the traffic fades into a velvet-hearted hum, while somewhere down the avenue a lonely saxophone has begun. Flowers never wonder if tomorrow brings the sun. They simply greet the morning, one quiet bloom at a time. After the rain, the garden remembers every drop becoming light again. Nothing asks the sky for forever, still it opens without fear of the end. So I'll grow like ivy on old stone walls, soft enough to bend, strong enough to climb. If peace has always worn a simple face, maybe it was waiting here the whole time. A weathered watering can leans beside a painted chair, its faded blue still beautiful beneath the cooling air. The mint begins to perfume every corner of the night, while lavender is gathering the last remains of light. Across the neighboring rooftop, someone tunes an old guitar, not searching for perfection, only following the stars. An elderly woman hangs white linen in the breeze, each careful fold a lesson in unspoken dignity. A cat curls near the flower beds without a single care, as though contentment has always known this quiet little square. The city keeps on glowing far below my tiny world, yet nothing shines more gently than one blossom newly curled. A moon never rushes to brighten every hill, its grace is in arriving softly and standing still. After the rain, the garden remembers how every season teaches roots to stay. The wind may borrow all the fragile petals, yet kindness always finds another way. I'll plant tomorrow in the smallest moments, one hopeful seed beneath the evening blue. Perhaps the life I've been searching for has quietly been growing through. There were years I measured life by doors that never opened, by names that slowly disappeared from holiday cards, by dreams that look so beautiful from far away. But the earth beneath my fingertips never asked who I used to be. It welcomed every broken piece without a single question. A seed doesn't become a blossom by remembering winter. It becomes a blossom by trusting light it cannot yet see. Now every evening teaches me that growth is almost silent. The strongest roots never announce themselves, they for tomorrow. No matter how long the night has been, I'll leave these flowers for another traveler, someone searching for a peaceful view. If they carry home one quiet moment, then every blossom has been true. The rooftops catch the first pale colors of the dawn, turning ordinary mornings into something softly new. I'll keep believing gentle things can change a life. One careful breath, one leaf, one bloom at a time. The city slowly wakes beneath the singing sparrows, windows open to the scent of earth and rain. I gather empty pots, fold away my garden gloves, and pause before walking back downstairs. A single jasmine flower continues opening toward the light, not because the world is perfect, but because blooming is its way of believing. Rain trace silver stories on the quiet avenue, while little cafes folded chairs beneath a fading blue. I carried home the scent of roasted beans and cedar air, like someone left a gentle thought that still was waiting there. The piano down the hallway wandered softly through the night, each fragile note becoming one more small, forgiving light. I watch the city breathe instead of asking it for more, as if each passing stranger knew what silence could be for. Some hearts don't break with thunder, they loosen like the tide. They leave without a single word, yet somehow stay inside. If your light is still behind that window, I won't knock, I only hope it glows. Love is not the hand that always reaches, sometimes it's the warmth somebody knows. Through the midnight trains and sleepy skylines, past the echoes only dreamers hear, I'll keep walking with your quiet kindness, like a melody that never disappeared. An old umbrella leaned beside an empty wooden chair, holding all the conversations lingering in the air. A waitress hummed a tune that no one thought to write back down. Still it wrapped the room in velvet, softer than the town. Every steaming cup became a little rising prayer for weary souls pretending they had left no sorrow there. Outside reflections reflections drifted slowly over rain-worn stone, teaching me that lonely isn't always being alone. The moon has patient fingers, it smooths the edges thin. Not every wound needs closing, some become the way light enters in. If your light is still behind that window, I won't ask the evening where you've gone. Some goodbyes become the sweetest lanterns, guiding tired travelers toward the dawn. Every memory pours like quiet coffee, slow enough to warm forgotten years. I still hear your laughter in the distance, floating gently through the sleeping air. There was never one forever moment, only thousands far too small to see. The glance above a porcelain teacup, the borrowed coat, the whispered honesty. Maybe love survives in ordinary places, folded neatly in the corners of the day, not demanding to be chosen, only grateful it was ever given away. If your light is still behind that window, let it shine for someone passing by. Every soul is searching for a harbor underneath the same forgiving sky. I'll become another quiet traveler, leaving only footprints in the rain, carrying your grace like gentle jazz notes floating through the evening. Once again, when the morning gathers every shadow, nothing asks the stars where they have been. They simply fade into another story, certain light will find the world again. And if we meet where silence turns to music, neither one of us will need to speak. Some hearts are remembered not by holding on, but by the peace they leave for those who keep. On the 7th floor, the curtains breathe with every restless tide. A vintage lamp spills honey where the moonlight cannot hide. The hallway wears the perfume of old cedar and champagne, while velvet footsteps disappear like whispers after rain. Below the harbor sparkles in 1,000 trembling lines, each reflection stitching silver through the edges of the night. I open up my notebook, though no destination waits, only empty pages listening with unassuming grace. The piano from the lobby drifts upward through the air, a melody so gentle it untangles silent prayers. The ocean keeps on breathing as if nothing needs to prove that every restless heart already knows the way to move. Some nights become a mirror, name, even when I never say it loud. It gathers every scattered dream from underneath the passing clouds. I don't need the waves to carry me, only teach my heart their patient art, how to leave the shore with open hands and still return without a broken heart. The bartender is polishing forgotten crystal glasses, humming old jazz standards as another evening passes. A traveler folds a postcard with no address to receive and smiles into the silence like someone learning to believe. The elevator opens with a soft familiar chime, carrying little stories between different lives and times. A chambermaid arranges white carnations in a vase, turning ordinary corners into sanctuaries of grace. She never speaks a word to me, yet somehow I can tell she understands the language where quiet spirits dwell. Outside, the lighthouse circles through the mist with steady light, never asking who is watching from the shoreline of the night. The moon keeps every secret without demanding why. Perhaps that's why forgiveness looks so peaceful in the sky. The ocean knows my quiet name long before I learned it for myself. It never asked me to be stronger, only truer than I'd ever felt. Every wave releases something old, every breeze invites another start. Maybe home is not a place we find, but the rhythm of an open heart. I spent so many evenings trying to become unforgettable, chasing brighter lights, louder rooms, conversations that vanish before sunrise, promises dressed in beautiful words, yet none of them remained. Then one ordinary night, a cup of chamomile cooling beside the window, a saxophone rising gently from the hotel lounge, the scent of salt carried through an open balcony, and a notebook filled with unfinished thoughts. Everything became enough. I finally understood that peace never arrives wearing diamonds. It comes dressed as warm lamplight, as rain tapping softly on old glass, as breathing slowly while the sea repeats the oldest lullaby on earth. Since then, I've stopped asking life to become extraordinary. I've started noticing how extraordinary the ordinary has always been. The ocean knows my quiet name and sings it back in shades of blue. Every tide erases yesterday without erasing what is true. If tomorrow brings another shore, I'll greet it with unhurried grace. For every gentle wave has taught my soul there's nothing lost that love cannot replace. I'll leave these windows open to the dawn. Let seabirds write their circles through the sky. The world is wide but somehow feels familiar when kindness is the compass of the night. Morning slips across the water in pale gold and pearl. The lobby fills with sleepy voices and fresh brewed coffee once again. Someone wheels a suitcase toward another destination. Someone opens every window to welcome in the breeze. I close my notebook without finishing the final page. Some stories are more beautiful There's a tiny garden hidden past the corner cafe door, where ivy climbs the old brick walls like stories told before. The evening pours in lavender across the weathered stone, and every blossom seems to bloom without a need to be known. I trace the rim of my porcelain cup with slow and careful hands, listening to distant laughter drift like soft, forgotten bands. The breeze turns faded pages of a novel left behind, as if the night is reading every chapter of my mind. A violin from somewhere far dissolves into the air, while candles paint the wooden tables with a patient golden flare. I smile at passing strangers who don't ask where I've been, because some kindness needs no history to quietly begin. The stars arrive unnoticed, one gentle light at a time. So does every healing heart, learning a different rhyme. When the lavender evening falls and the city answers in whispers instead of calls, I'll gather every quiet piece of who I've come to be, like petals drifting slowly to the waiting sea. No grand farewell, no desperate goodbye, only soft reflections underneath the sky. If tomorrow finds another road to roam, may my heart remember how to feel at home. A painter folds his easel as the daylight slips away, leaving traces of blue horizons no sunrise could repay. The bakery closes gently with the scent of sugared bread, while sleepy windows cradle dreams above each resting head. A little bell above a shop sings once before the lock, keeping perfect company with an old cathedral clock. Every ordinary moment wears an unseen crown tonight. The smallest acts of tenderness become their own small light. Perhaps forever isn't built from promises we keep, but from the quiet memories that linger while we sleep. The wind collects our stories without a single sound, then lays them in tomorrow like leaves upon the ground. When the lavender evening falls, I hear forgotten hope beyond the garden walls. The moon becomes a handwritten note upon the sky, reminding every dream it still has room to fly. Love doesn't always ask to stay, sometimes it simply lights another way. Every gentle goodbye I've ever known has quietly become another home. I once believed that happiness lived only in the moments I could hold, but rivers never keep the same reflection, and autumn never apologizes for its gold. Now I understand the language of small mercies, steam rising from a fresh cup after rain, the slow embrace of velvet midnight, the echo of a saxophone through A stranger holding open one old wooden door, the courage to smile without needing more. These are the treasures no season can erase, tiny constellations stitched inside the soul. Even the silence has learned to sing, and every unanswered question has become another place to grow. When the lavender evening falls, I'll follow where the quiet melody gently calls, past blooming vines and softly glowing street lamps, bright toward a dawn that's waiting just beyond the night. Every fragile hope I almost left behind now blooms like wildflowers inside my mind. If the world keeps turning slow and true, I'll leave a little more kindness than I knew. Morning gathers carefully behind the silver hills, while empty cafe chairs remember evening still. The flowers bow beneath the early light, neither morning darkness nor fearing daylight. I breathe the first warm breeze and close my eyes, knowing peace was never something far away to find. It had been growing quietly beside me all along, like the last gentle note of an old jazz song. I found a little bookstore on a quiet corner street, where faded pages carried voices time refused to keep. A record softly wandered through the amber-colored room, like every note remembered how to make the silence bloom. Outside the windows, winter breathed across the sleeping glass, while strangers wore their stories like reflections drifting past. I wrapped both hands around a cup that warmed more than my skin, as if forgotten seasons still could welcome me back in. No one saw the moment, nothing grand was said. Hope arrived as softly as a feather on the wind. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, in that fragile hour between goodbye and bloom, where every weary heart can finally exhale, and broken dreams become another sail. Is only borrowed for a while, then let it leave its kindness in my smile. I don't need forever to believe it's true. One quiet dawn was beautiful with you. The saxophone was speaking where no language ever could, turning every hidden ache into something understood. Each table held a universe of untold afternoons, with coffee rings like tiny maps beneath the silver moon. A woman read a letter folded thin from years before. She smiled the way old lighthouses still shine upon the shore. I realized healing seldom enters through a door. It settles like soft snowfall on the soul forevermore. The night forgives in whispers, never asking why. It simply paints tomorrow across an ordinary sky. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, where sleepy stars surrender far too soon. We'll gather little mercies one by one, like golden threads beneath the waking sun. If every ending teaches hearts to bend, perhaps that's how beginnings learn to mend. Every quiet breath becomes a brand new view, somewhere between the light and loving you. There are songs no stage could ever hold, tiny hymns the empty sidewalks know. In every window someone keeps a candle, not to chase the dark away, but simply so another soul will know they're not alone. Maybe grace is always sounded like footsteps slowing in the rain, or laughter carried gently through an almost empty train. I'll meet you where the morning leaves the moon, where yesterday dissolves without a wound. Every passing season finds its place, hidden gently in another face. The world keeps turning softer than it seems, cradling every unfinished dream. I'll carry every quiet light I knew, until the dawn remembers me with you. When the last cafe is sweeping up the evening, and the sky unfolds its pale blue afterglow, oh, I'll leave behind no promise carved in marble, only kindness in the places that I go. Should another lonely traveler find this silence, may these scattered melodies become their own. Some hearts are never measured by their echoes, only by the peace they leave beneath the moon.